Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundhial. By the end of it, the Maharashtra and Jharkhand elections were so decisive and one-sided that the India-Australia match in Perth was way more interesting. Devendra Fadnavis, as you know by now, is man of the match. Hemant Soren has created history. Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde have won the grudge match. With a win this decisive, is it then fair for the opposition to challenge the will of the people and question it and blame their decimation in Maharashtra on EVMs? Because that is exactly what they are doing again this evening. That is my big question on urban debate, apart from, of course, speculating on who the next Chief Minister of Maharashtra is going to be. Before that, though, a quick check of the big headlines today. A saffron storm in Maharashtra. The ruling Mahayuti wins 234 seats out of 288, with the BJP scoring at a stunning strike rate of over 90%. Allies Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar have scored big as well. But the big winner, the BJP with 133 seats. With victory in the bag, the focus now shifts on who will be Chief Minister. Ajit Pawar is ruling himself out. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is mum. And Devendra Fadnavis has already compared himself to Abhimanyu. Won't contemplate but will cry foul. The Congress turns to its playbook of questioning the accuracy of EVMs and the credibility of the Election Commission. Its Mahavikas Aghadi ally Sanjay Raut of the Shiva Sena, also accusing the Mahayuti of election manipulation, says kuch to gadbad hai. Kahin khushi, kahin gum. While Maharashtra rejects the India bloc, the tribal state of Jharkhand has given it a reason to rejoice. Hemant Soren has turned Apada into Afsar, riding on the sympathy wave and his welfare schemes. He has led the India bloc back to power decisively. The BJP is polarizing. Narrative has failed to find any takers in the state of Jharkhand. Hemant Soren also creating history, becoming the first chief minister to come back after 5 years. Debutante Priyanka Gandhi Vadra delivers a blockbuster performance in Wayanad, wins the seat with over 4 lakh votes, bettering her brother's victory margin from the same seat. After the Lok Sabha debacle, Yogi Adityanath makes a comeback in UP, wins 7 out of 9 bypoll seats. Meanwhile, Mamata Banerjee's TMC has won 6 out of 6 seats in the Bengal bypolls. The Aam Aadmi Party still remains Punjab's #1 pick, given the bypoll results today.
कटेंगे तो कटेंगे, एक रहेंगे तो नेक रहेंगे।
हम एक रहेंगे तो सेफ रहेंगे।
Ladies and gentlemen, what was hotly anticipated as a long Super Saturday in terms of election results was actually settled very quickly and decisively. By 11 o'clock, the picture was absolutely clear And by 1:32, it was announced that the Prime Minister will be coming to the BJP headquarters in Delhi for a victory parade and a victory speech. The pictures have already started coming to us from the BJP headquarters, where the Prime Minister just about arriving. We expect him to speak in the next 15 to 20 minutes because there are some formalities of other speakers speaking before him. So as and when that happens, we will be going across to that, and the Prime Minister, I'm certain, has a lot to say, because the ruling Mahayuti alliance in Maharashtra has achieved a landslide victory, delivering the BJP its career best performance with an astonishing strike rate that exceeds 90%. The result is so emphatic that it has also settled the debate around Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar as the real torchbearers for the Shiva Sena and the NCP, trouncing Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar. The opposition, meanwhile, has suffered a near total wipeout. The Mahavikas Aghadi has been decimated to the point that none of the parties has failed to even reach 10% seats that are required to get a leader of opposition post. This marks the worst ever performance for the Uddhav Pawar combined, underscoring their waning influence in the region. It's a bit of a shame because, ladies and gentlemen, a decimated opposition is always very bad news for democracy. How does democracy function without checks and balances? Now, one would assume that an election defeat as comprehensively humiliating as this would force the Congress party and its allies into intense contemplation and self-reflection. But no, this is a party that has decided on blaming everything once again on EVMs. The blame is being laid at this 99% EVM battery bogus theory, where the party is claiming, and not just them, it is even Uddhav Thackeray who's claiming, an unnaturally high battery percentage in EVMs which have declared the BJP as winners, essentially indicating some sort of foul play to say that if only 99% of the, and if only 1% of the battery has been used, have votes even been counted properly in these EVMs? Let's quickly listen in first to Jairam Ramesh and then Sanjay Raut.
टारगेटेड तरीके से निशाना बनाकर ये लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड जो होता है, जो बार बार चुनाव आयोग इस शब्द का इस्तेमाल करता है, इसीलिए हम उसी शब्द का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड। लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड को बिगाड़ा गया है, धक्का मिला है, ये बिल्कुल जरूरी है, पर ये धक्का दिया गया है। कोई षड्यंत्र है कहीं भी हमें हराने का? तो साथियों, जैसा कि मैंने पहले कहा, आज हमारे लिए कहीं खुशी है, कहीं गम भी है, कहीं जीते हैं, कहीं हारे हैं।
मोदी जी हार गए हैं, लेकिन चाहे महाराष्ट्र हो चाहे और स्टेट में गड़बड़ की है। महाराष्ट्र के नतीजे भी उससे ज्यादा आने वाले थे अच्छे। हमारी 4 या 5 सीटें लोगों ने चोरी की है। पैसा तो ऐसा है कि हर चुनाव क्षेत्र में नोटों की मशीन लगाई थी। अरे शिंदे का एक भी उम्मीदवार सिटिंग एमएलए गिरता नहीं, और शिंदे ये बोल रहे थे हमारा एक भी सिटिंग विधायक गिरेगा नहीं। आपको मालूम होगा तो मैं इस्तीफा दूंगा। ऐसा होता है क्या चुनाव में कभी? हमारा एक भी नहीं गिरेगा। ये कौन सा भरोसा है? ये कौन सी है? ये कौन सा लोकतंत्र है? 200 के ऊपर किसी को चुनाव में नतीजे मिलते हैं क्या? जिस देश में, जिस राज्य में सबसे बड़ी बेईमानी हो गई है, इस राज्य की जनता बेईमान नहीं है। ये नतीजे ऐसे दिए आपने कि आपने राज्य को, जनता को बेईमान ठहराया है।
Ladies and gentlemen, politics dictates that sometimes it's better to step back, accept defeat, and build for a comeback instead of refusing to see the obvious. The Congress and the Shiva Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray faction, does not need to look very far for it. All it needs to do is take inspiration from today's man of the match, Devendra Fadnavis. 6 months ago, Devendra Fadnavis had offered to resign after the BJP was reduced to only 9 seats in the Lok Sabha elections in the state. Today, he's king. Listen in.
ऐसा है, मैंने पहले ही कहा था कि मैं आधुनिक अभिमन्यु हूँ, चक्रव्यूह को भेदना जानता हूँ। हमने चक्रव्यूह को भेदा है और ये कोई मैं पहले भी कह रहा हूँ, वापस कह रहा हूँ, इस विजय में मेरा बहुत छोटा उसमें मैं समझता हूँ कि सहभाग है। एक ये हमारी जो पूरी टीम है, इस टीम ने इस विजय को लाया है।
My guest this evening, Dr. Dharinder Tayal, is spokesperson of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Smith Singh Man is spokesperson of the Congress Party, joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Uday is a senior journalist, continues to be with us. He's been with us through this election, helping us understand, actually cutting out a lot of the surround sound and getting to the crux of what this election actually means. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. Smith Singh, I'm coming to you. If you're comfortable with your camera right now, I'm coming to you first, Smith Singh Man. You know, the fact is that the people of Maharashtra have spoken and the people of Jharkhand have spoken as well. They have spoken against the Congress-led alliance in Maharashtra and they have spoken for the Congress-led or the JMM-led alliance in Jharkhand, which Congress is a part of, right? The people have spoken. Why once again blame EVMs for your defeat? Look at the victory margin in Maharashtra. No party in the opposition even has the basic 28 seats now to occupy the post of leader of opposition. EVM को बार-बार blame करेंगे तो you come across as sore losers who simply are delusional.
I think to say that would mean that 4 months ago, when Maharashtra gave India Alliance so many seats, it was voting against Modi ji specifically. It has no issues with BJP. It has no issue with giving BJP a full mandate, giving it a largest mandate ever, but it just wanted to vote against Modi ji in the parliament election. Do you mean to say that? Because it's just 4 months ago that BJP got 9 seats there and we were winning there. And similar was happening in Haryana. So in Haryana also there is a mandate against Modi ji, but they want to vote locally for the BJP. So is that what you're saying? Because we are trying to present a broader picture. We are trying to ask multiple questions, and in democracy, we can ask these questions. See what is really happening with different things.
Yeah.
If you say the money was being has been caught in a BJP leader's house, the way the polling stations, somewhere CCTV is cut, somebody enters the polling station in Uttar Pradesh, police is stopping people from going and voting. So we are raising important question, as you earlier said when you were giving your brief, that it is very important for democracy to have an opposition. And I think we are playing the important role of fighting for India's constitution, voicing people's opinions. And yes, I agree with you. It's we have won Jharkhand, and that's a great result. And we can also say Hemant Soren is a man of the match, because after ED arrested him for 6 months, the central agencies were abusing their power, putting our elected chief minister behind bars. He has got the people's mandate back. He has won an election. So that he should also be seen as a man of the match, who has stood up to the central government, who stood up to the central agencies, and people have given him a mandate. And if we come to Maharashtra, I am a person of the opinion that we must accept this result.
No, just a minute. Now, Smith Singh, here's the thing. Hemant Soren, and we'll talk about Hemant Soren just by the way. We'll concentrate on Maharashtra, yes, but in the latter half of the show, we are talking about Jharkhand as well, and Hemant Soren, who has, by the way, created history, becoming the first chief minister in Jharkhand to win a term back. So that is something one is not trying to, sideline. But the fact is, once again I say, when senior leaders of the Shiva Sena, which is the Uddhav Thackeray faction, and the BJP step out in public after a stunning defeat and start blaming EVMs, you don't just come across as sore losers, you also come across as delusional. Because you're not questioning EVMs in Jharkhand, but you're questioning EVMs in Maharashtra. जहां पे जीते EVM अच्छा, जहां पे हारे EVM खराब.
See,
Who will believe you?
I think the broader question being asked here is there an issue with the 99 battery issue? And that is the question they're asking, and people want to know the right answer, because a lot of people across states are raising that issue. But still coming to that, yes, we accept people's mandate, we respect people's mandate, we have lost Maharashtra, BJP has won Maharashtra, we have won Jharkhand. And we are going to learn from this. And there are many ways. So when we talk about level playing field, it's not just EVMs. There's so many things. The government, the central agencies, the money force, the management of media, the management of social media, they have someone bankrolling them like Mr. Adani, and they are not stopping him even after Department of Justice is telling that he has done serious corruption, and they have people bankrolling like that. They are able to the 1500 rupees Ladli Bahan Yojana. They were able to market so well and take to the people. Yes, we have failed in taking 3000 rupees Yojana. The same Sojna with 3,000 rupees, with double the amount. So how are we losing? Because it's not a level playing field. We don't have the resources to fight at that level. And BJP is abusing central agencies, using corporates, monopolizing institutions, and is able to do that. And I think we are asking some questions about the level playing field. That is all we are doing.
ओके डॉक्टर तयाल, हमारे पास पैसे नहीं हैं, उनके पास इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं, उनके पास ईवीएम है, हमारे पास ईवीएम और इलेक्शन कमीशन भी नहीं है. So obviously we were at a disadvantage. Does the Congress have a point there?
Is this to me?
Yes, Mr. Tayal, good evening.
Is this to me, Shreya?
It was for you, but now that Mr. Pradeep Gupta has joined us as well, wearing a fancy bright purple shirt, जरा 2 मिनट 2 सवाल उनसे पूछ लूं तयाल जी. हमारी बातें तो चलती रहेंगी, 1 घंटे का शो है. And Dr. Uday has now learned the art of patience, appearing on Mirror now for the last 8 hours or so. रुक जाइए, अच्छा रुक जाइए 1 मिनट. रुक जाइए जरा. आज there is a lot for Mr. Pradeep Gupta to smile at today. प्रदीप जी, वेलकम टू द शो. गुड इवनिंग. आपके नंबर्स कल के देख रही हूँ, कल हमारी बात हुई थी, कल के आपके नंबर्स देख रही हूँ. You had given the Mahayuti the maximum number of seats in your exit poll, 178 to 200. But इन लोगों ने तो आपके projection को भी exceed कर दिया. So will you say your projection was bang on, or will you say it fell short?
Well, it fell short in terms of number of seats, but in terms of number of votes share, if you can see our list, it is mentioned there 48% plus minus 2. So they are likely, they are getting about 50% the Mahayuti. So there we are bang on. And if you can see the Jharkhand also, which is more than spot on, meaning exact, we have given 49 to 59 seats. It is bang in center, 56 seats. Vote share, seat share of all party, individual party, everything is matching. Only thing is missing in Maharashtra is that we have given away about as many as 1076 to the BJP, but they are winning about 133 seats, 20 more seats, 20 more odd seats.
Correct.
And that to 90% strike rate. I mean, this is more than imagination, contesting 149 seats and winning 133 seats, which is 90% strike rate. I mean, that is where our estimate of total estimate has, fell short of 20 seats. Yeah.
But even if you had predicted the BJP winning 133 seats out of the 145 or 147 that they contested, people would have turned around and said, "Ye to bahut zyada de diya." This is too much. How is this even possible? It now seems that number is possible.
That's the case because nobody has given 200 seats for sure in all poll predictions. Everybody was maximum was about 175. So that's the case. But see, I mean, when victory comes and when this is the people, if one party gets 50% of vote share in that to this large state, which is the third in terms of number of assembly seats, this is too much. This is too much. I mean, beyond imagination of anybody. But the victory margin, the number of seats is coming out of account of small parties and independents. Last time this was as many as 25 seats apart from the major, the main principal parties. This time it is only 4.
Correct.
So this is largely into that
only
account.
4, but right now leading 5.
Yeah, right now must be 5.
And you grossly then overestimated the again, these leads will all concretize into numbers, more or less. This is what the numbers are. But the final figure, the Election Commission will probably put out in the next hour or 2 hours. Pradeep Gupta, then, did you grossly overestimate the MVA? I'm not criticizing your poll. Again, I'm saying you're the one who was the closest to predicting the sort of seats that the Mahayuti has got. I'm just saying that you grossly probably overestimated the MVA. Right now, no party within the MVA even has the basic 28 seats required to become leader of opposition.
That's true because we have
अभी 50 के आंकड़े तक नहीं पहुंचे हैं.
नहीं, बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. उसमें ओवर एस्टिमेट तो क्या हुआ, मतलब वही हुआ कि जहां विदर्भ में खासकर बीजेपी की इतनी बड़ी सीट्स आ रही है, विदर्भ में यूटी की 62 में से 50 सीट्स आ रही है, 50 सीट्स, 60 आउट ऑफ 62 सीट्स. तो वहां पर जो कांग्रेस और बीजेपी की स्ट्रेट फाइट्स, दैट इज वेयर ओवर एस्टिमेट हुआ है, क्योंकि ये कोई सोच नहीं सकता था. कांग्रेस, अब देखिए नाना पटोले खुद भी president of Pradesh, Congress Pradesh in Maharashtra, is likely to lose. He was winning with odd 150 votes, but recounting is going on and he may lose. Who knows? So there are stalwarts leader who has lost the election, तो उनके बारे में सोच नहीं सकते, उनके बारे में कह नहीं सकते. और जब आप वीआईपी सीट पे जाते हैं तो नेचुरली बिकॉज ऑफ देयर स्टेचर हम लोगों को वो कहते हैं कि नहीं, हम तो इन्हीं को वोट कर रहे हैं. तो वहां पर भी 15 से 20 सीटों का जो है ओवर एस्टिमेशन इन फेवर ऑफ महाअघाड़ी हुआ है, विच इज अंडर एस्टिमेशन इन फेवर ऑफ यूटी. सो दैट्स द केस.
Okay. A personal question. You got both states right this time round. In fact, when it comes to Jharkhand, you were bang on, right? Do you feel a little vindicated after what happened 6 months ago?
श्रेया, हम लोग इसको, हमारा जो प्रोफेशन है उसको एक स्पोर्ट्स की तरह रहते हैं. यहाँ हमारे दीवारों पे सब पे कल्चर लिखा हुआ है हमारी कंपनी का, मिलिट्री टाइप ऑफ फंक्शनिंग एंड स्पोर्ट्स लाइक थ्रिल. तो आप ये देखिए कि एक प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, लॉयर्स, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जो होते हैं वो उनके सब खुद में कंट्रोल होता है, इंडिविजुअल कंट्रोल. जो कंपनीज होती हैं जो प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज बनाती है, बेचती है, उनके जो काम करने वाले लोग होते हैं उन टीम के कंट्रोल में होता है. लेकिन पॉलिटिकल पार्टी और हमारा ऐसा केस है कि इन दोनों को छोड़ के सारा खेल जनता के कंट्रोल में. तो उतने सारे वेरिएबल्स हैं. तो बट ऑब्वियस है कि एक्सिस माई इंडिया ने अभी तक इस चुनाव के पहले 77 इलेक्शंस में 71 इलेक्शंस में वी हैव कॉल्ड वेरी एक्यूरेटली. 6 टाइम वी गॉट फेल्ड और अनसक्सेसफुल. बट होता है, आई मीन प्रेडिक्टिव तो ऐसा है कि जब आप जीतेंगे तो वाई वाई होगी और जब हारेंगे तो गालियां पड़ेंगी. आप चाहे वो किसी भी स्पोर्ट्स में देख लीजिए, क्रिकेट में देख लीजिए या किसी में भी देख सकते हैं, विच इज वेरी ऑब्वियस. बट सम टाइम लोग पर्सनल उसको लेते हैं, पर्सनल वो करते हैं. बट सोशल मीडिया का जमाना है, कोई भी कुछ भी कह सकता है. अब उसके पीछे आप क्या कर सकते हैं? उनके ऊपर केस मानहानि का भी दावा नहीं कर सकते. आप कहाँ से करेंगे? ठीक है, उनका काम है कहना, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे.
गुप्ता जी, आज तो आपके पोल्स ने सब कुछ कह दिया. So congratulations, you got both states correct. Thank you very much, Mr. Gupta, for joining us on the broadcast, and congratulations to you, and congratulations to Dr. Dharendra Tayal as well. Dr. Tayal, hi. I believe Sakshana is joining us on the broadcast as well from the Sharad Pawar faction of the NCP. Hi, Sakshana. Good to have you on the show as well. But Dr. Tayal, I'm coming to you because the follow-up question that I actually wanted to ask was with you. The Congress and the Congress spokesperson on the show are saying, look, we didn't have the money, we didn't have the resources, we don't have businessmen bankrolling us, and we don't have the election commission and EVMs helping us. So obviously we are going to lose, and we are the opposition, and we have a right to raise questions, to raise our hesitation and our questions, and that's exactly what we are doing.
Thank you so much, Shreya. And also for the congratulations, and congratulations to the entire country for electing a good government. Very interesting what Smith Singh said. So today he's speaking not just on behalf of the Congress, I believe he's also speaking on behalf of the, what I want to call the Mahavilap Agadi today. Unka vilap khatam hi nahi ho raha hai. The vilap goes on, and he says we don't have a level playing field. I completely agree with him, because the next thing which he forgot to say, maybe you checked him, that BJP has Modi and we have Rahul. It is not a level playing field. So we should also get a Modi, and hamare ko to Rahul diya hua hai.
We don't have a monopolist. That is what I'm saying. We don't have a monopolist banking.
Hey, Smith, let me. You had your say. So I mean, every time, I was on a channel in the morning, and I said, how long before the EVMs come up? And I thought maybe today for once they won't. But sure enough, I mean, suddenly they had to come up, because look at it. The question is, why this change? This was asked in Haryana. This was asked here. Why this change? Now, we don't cry. We go back to the drawing board. We change the narrative. We worked hard. Everybody knows it is all there. What has happened? We've hit the ground. People are saying RSS has worked. Okay, so RSS has worked. The machinery has worked. Okay, the machinery has worked. Maybe we were complicit. Maybe we are not complicit now. So we've gone back. We've worked hard. We've changed the narrative. Let's understand what happened is that what the Congress did, Congress stuck to the narrative which worked for them in the Lok Sabha, or the larger socio-economic so and so, whereas the Mahayuti has changed that and said, okay, let's go local.
Okay.
And you're working for the people. The schemes have worked. The other thing is delivery. The guarantee that you are giving, that you are delivering. Now, Mr. Kharge himself has said that please don't promise more than you can deliver. I mean, you promised earlier in the Lok Sabha, you promised 1 lakh rupees per family per year, and the entire budget of revenue of the budget of the country was gone. So if you're going to make false promises, you're going to land up like Himachal Pradesh, where you're taxing the toilets now because you don't have the money. So the people are not believing you.
Sakshana, okay, no, I'm coming back to the focus this evening. All of that has been discussed ad nauseum. But Sakshana, the Sharad Pawar faction of the NCP is actually the only one amongst in the Mahavikas Aghadi that has not stepped out to blame EVMs. Do you and your party leader too believe that EVMs were rigged, and this 99% battery theory is something that is responsible for the defeat of your alliance? Because the victory for the other side is decisive. This is not 5, 10, 15, 20 seat say victory. This is a victory by a massive margin.
Actually, good evening to all of you. I would like to tell about the Maharashtra Assembly, especially my party, Pawar Sahab party. See, whatever the surveys given by the agencies like Access India, See Voters, सर्वेस को भी फेल कर दिया है. इस तरह का शॉकिंग रिजल्ट खुद बीजेपी को भी यकीन नहीं आ रहा है कि उनके इतनी सीटें आ रही हैं, वो भी महाराष्ट्र में. मुझे ये लगता है कि आई विल नॉट गोइंग टू ब्लेम ईवीएम, बट आई वांट टू टेल दैट सम पॉइंट्स, आई वांट टू रेज सम पॉइंट्स लाइक मनी बहुत यूज हुआ है यहाँ पे. फेक वोटर रजिस्ट्रेशन महाराष्ट्र में बहुत हुआ है, जिसका जिक्र लोकमत पेपर में अक्टूबर के फर्स्ट वीक में हुआ था. In 241 Tuzapur Assembly, there is assembly in Maharashtra, 241 Tuzapur Assembly. उस असेंबली में 32,000 बोगस वोटर रजिस्टर करवाए गए. इस तरह का मामला बहुत बार सामने आया महाराष्ट्र में. आई थिंक इट्स अ बिग स्कैम. मैं नहीं कहती हूँ कि बीजेपी सत्ता में आई तो मुझे दुख हुआ है. कांग्रेचुलेशन देम, मैं उनको कांग्रेचुलेशन कर रही हूँ महायुति का. लेकिन इस तरह का बिग डिफरेंस जो है एकदम का, किसी को भी हजम नहीं हो सकता. खुद अजीत पवार साहब ने बोला कि मुझे नहीं लगता था, जब उन्होंने अपना प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लिया सीएम शिंदे साहब के साथ, डीसीएम देवेंद्र जी के साथ, तब खुद अजीत पवार साहब ने बोला है कि इतना आएगा, ये तो मुझे भी पता नहीं था. मतलब ये लोगों को सरप्राइज है कि इस तरह से, और पवार साहब के पार्टी को 10 सीटें इस महाराष्ट्र में, तो ये नहीं हो सकता है. लोकसभा में 10 आउट ऑफ 8 सीटें लोकसभा की पवार साहब की आई थी. इतना भी महाराष्ट्र में हो नहीं सकता है. कुछ तो गड़बड़ जरूर है. ये बहुत बड़ा स्कैम है. इट्स अ स्कैम अबाउट मनी, वोटर हेरा फेरी, ईवीएम मशीन के साथ कुछ छेड़छाड़ी हुई. अकोले 28 विधानसभा असेंबली इन महाराष्ट्र विच इज सिचुएटेड इन अकोला डिस्ट्रिक्ट, वहां पे ऑब्जेक्शंस लिए गए हैं कि यहाँ पे पहले ही वोटिंग के लिए जब काउंट के लिए गए थे,
अरे भाई
तो
सक्सेना,
सील ही नहीं था, सील टूट गए थे.
सक्सेना जी, अगर गड़बड़ी करनी होती तो वो 6 महीने पहले लोकसभा इलेक्शन में नहीं करते, जहां पे बीजेपी की इतनी बेइज्जती हुई कि they didn't even get a simple majority to form the government at the center. If they had to do quote unquote gadbadi, they would have done gadbadi 6 months ago in the Lok Sabha elections.
No, I respect the EVM machine. I respect the Election Commission of India. मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूँ कि EVM मशीन में फ्रॉड है. मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि लोगों का कहना है, जो वहां पे गए थे, उनका कहना है अकोले 228 जो असेंबली है अकोला में है, उन्होंने बोला है कि एक ऐसी मशीन थी जो पहले से ही ओपन थी, सील नहीं था उस पर, वो दिखाई भी उन्होंने. इस पर भी हमें गौर करना चाहिए, एबीसी से हमें सोचनी चाहिए। हम ये नहीं करेंगे
Dr.
हमें बहुत
Uday,
दुख हुआ है। हाँ ठीक है, महायुति
is
आती
this
है
a
सत्ता में,
reflection?
लेकिन इस तरह से खुद उनको अचंबा हुआ है
ठीक
कैसे
ठीक
हुआ
ठीक
है,
ठीक ठीक ठीक
इस
ठीक
तरह से
डॉक्टर
नहीं हो
उदय,
सकता। ये तो लोकतंत्र की ठट्टा हो गई,
is this
ऐसे महाराष्ट्र के लोगों
disbelief
का कहना है।
is this disbelief the byproduct of an election victory that stunning, where one party actually has a strike rate of more than 90%, which is the BJP result? So actually no one had anticipated.
Thank God BJP lost in Jharkhand, but I haven't yet seen BJP Pradeshadhyaksha or BJP party central leadership blaming it on EVM. I am waiting for that response from BJP.
But they can't also, na? They can't also, na? They are the ruling government at the center.
That's what I'm saying. They are not blaming their loss because of EVM. They have accepted the defeat and they started working on the drawing board. And still after 6 hours of losing, we are still contemplating कि ये EVM हुआ है. Come on, get out of it. ये EVM पहली बार नहीं लाया है. ये मोदी जी ने नहीं लाया है. ये कांग्रेस के टाइम पे आया है. It is happening. NCP has won so many elections in EVM. Congress has won so many. The spokesperson was saying about two things they don't have. And that's a reality, which is level playing field and industry support. But they missed out on two more. They don't have level playing field, they don't have industry support, they don't have voters, and they don't have credibility. That is a more important thing. They forgot to mention. They lost the connect with the people. Flip side on the flip-flop on the Ladki Behan Yojana, first criticize and then say we will also give, and 1,500 going to put tremendous pressure on the exchequer, and 3,000 rupees not putting enough pressure on the exchequer. So many things. Let's understand the bigger issue which I have been raising since morning. Opposition reduced to such a small extent that they don't even have an opposition leader. People like Prithviraj Chavan, people like Balasaheb Thorat losing, and no fiery opposition actually unified to stop, check, balances the ruling party is not good for democracy. Please understand, they all were, those who lost, they all were very studied politicians. They had respect, not just in their party, but outside the party line also. They losing this election and BJP winning it all the time. Give credit to BJP. Give credit to Devendra Fadnavis. Give credit to Eknath Shinde. Give credit to Ladli Behan Yojana. Give credit to 20-hour working CM. He was not sitting at home. He was constantly moving. Give credit to that. Give credit to their strategy. Don't blame. Within 1 month from now, the local self-government elections would be declared. What you will do if you keep fighting like this and blaming on EVM? Local self-government elections would be fought on the EVM itself. Please understand. And last point, not a single
what I'm
mention.
waiting to see, Dr.
Please understand, not a single mention of Sharad Pawar by the ruling party in their campaign. The mistake which they did in the last Lok Sabha elections. Ajit Dara mentioned about it कि ये मैंने नहीं करना चाहिए था. They rectified it. They rectified it. And what is the result?
You know, my point is, can the Mahavikas Aghadi survive this disastrous defeat?
Yes, they will survive.
Will it continue to be together? Will it just simply fall apart? We'll see. We'll see. For the moment, I'm going to thank my guests. I'm